Let's talk about Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, the game that was supposed to be a blockbuster, a return to form for the franchise, but instead, it flopped in a way no one saw coming. For years, Call of Duty has been a cultural phenomenon, dominating the charts and setting the standard for first-person shooters. But this time, something was different. Every year, Call of Duty launches are massive events, with midnight releases and lines out the door. But this time, the excitement was missing. Stores that once buzzed with anticipation were eerily quiet, and the usual crowds just didn't show up. The sales numbers told the story, down by more than half compared to last year's release. For a franchise used to breaking records, this was a shocking drop. In Europe, things looked even worse. Sales dropped a staggering 63% compared to Battlefield 6, a rival that once trailed far behind. Over in Japan, it had the worst physical launch in the franchise's history. Activision's silence on the matter spoke volumes, leaving fans and critics alike to wonder what went wrong. Just a week after release, the price was slashed on Amazon, a clear sign of panic from retailers desperate to move copies. Discounts this early are almost unheard of for a Call of Duty title. The hype was gone, and word of mouth was even worse. Social media was flooded with disappointment, and forums were filled with frustrated players venting their anger. So, what happened? Years of ignoring player feedback finally caught up with the developers. Gamers had been voicing their concerns for a long time, but those warnings went unheeded. The series lost its soul, and fans noticed. The magic that once made Call of Duty special just wasn't there anymore, replaced by a formula that felt tired and uninspired. For years, players warned the franchise was heading in the wrong direction, but no one listened. Petitions, feedback, and passionate pleas were ignored. Now the consequences are impossible to ignore. The numbers don't lie, and the industry is taking notice. This isn't just a bad launch, it's a wake-up call for the entire franchise, and maybe even the industry as a whole. The king of shooters has been dethroned, and its competitors are seizing the moment to shine. The community's trust is broken, and rebuilding it won't be easy. Call of Duty's once-winning formula is no longer working. Players crave innovation, not repetition. The franchise faces its biggest crisis yet, and the pressure is on to make real changes. Can it recover? Only if it truly listens to its fans, learns from its mistakes, and dares to reinvent itself for a new generation of gamers. Let's break down why Black Ops 7 failed so spectacularly, and why it's become a cautionary tale for the entire gaming industry. The maps? They're not just forgettable, they're a mess. Confusing layouts, bland visuals, and a total lack of personality make every match feel like a chore instead of a thrill. Players call them trash maps. No flow, bad spawns, zero excitement. It's hard to enjoy a game when you're constantly frustrated by poor design choices. The gritty, military style that defined the series is gone, replaced by out-of-place, cartoonish skins that feel like they belong in a completely different game. It's as if Call of Duty is desperately trying to copy Fortnite's success, but the result is a jarring mismatch that alienates longtime fans. Even worse, there's evidence of AI-generated assets, awkward, soulless designs that players have started calling AI slop. It's a far cry from the attention to detail fans expect. The game looks cheap and soulless, with empty environments and low-quality textures. This isn't what you expect from a premium, big-budget title. The single-player campaign, weak, always online, and rushed. It's missing the gripping storytelling and memorable moments that made previous entries legendary. The whole package feels low effort, like it was assembled as quickly and cheaply as possible, with little regard for quality or player experience. Fans feel betrayed after years of loyalty, left wondering if the franchise they loved is gone for good. The backlash isn't just nitpicking, it's a genuine reaction to a lack of care, creativity, and respect for the community. Players expect quality and passion, not recycled content and lazy design. They want to see developers who care about the game as much as they do. The trust built over a decade is gone, shattered by a single release that ignored what made the series special. Black Ops 7 is a warning to the industry. Cut corners and the community will notice. Gamers are more discerning than ever. The franchise needs to rediscover its identity, reconnect with its roots, and remember what made it iconic in the first place. Otherwise, it risks losing its core audience for good, and once that trust is lost, it's almost impossible to win back. The live service model has become the new normal in the gaming industry. And nowhere is this more obvious than in Call of Duty. Every time you log in, you're greeted by a barrage of seasonal events, rotating offers, and limited-time content designed to keep you spending. Black Ops 7 is absolutely packed with battle passes, microtransactions, and constant upselling at every turn. The experience can feel overwhelming, almost like you're wandering through a digital shopping mall instead of playing a game. Players are growing frustrated with paying full price for the game, only to be constantly nudged to spend even more for the coolest skins, weapons, or exclusive content. The focus has clearly shifted away from gameplay and fun, and instead, it's all about maximizing monetization and keeping players hooked on spending. Unlocking cool gear used to be a reward for skill and dedication. Now it's just a matter of how much you're willing to pay. This aggressive approach to monetization has driven away many longtime fans, leaving them feeling alienated and unappreciated. The game now feels transactional, with constant reminders to buy, rather than a place to have fun and compete. For a free-to-play game, this model might make sense. But for a premium, full-price title, it just comes across as greedy and out of touch with what players want. Fans are starting to push back, voting with their wallets and demanding a return to quality, creativity, and respect for the player experience over endless cash grabs. The message is clear. Players want a great game they can enjoy, not just another live service treadmill designed to drain their wallets. Skill-based matchmaking, or SBMM, has sucked the fun out of Call of Duty. Every match feels like a tournament, no room to relax or experiment. Players are forced to sweat every game, making the experience exhausting. The better you play, the harder your matches get, killing casual enjoyment. The system flattens variety and punishes both casual and skilled players. Fans want a separate ranked mode, leaving public matches for fun. But feedback is ignored, and the joy is gone. Call of Duty used to be about unpredictable, memorable moments. Now it's just stress and frustration. Black Ops 7 feels old because it is. Recycled maps, weapons, and modes dominate the game. Nostalgia is fine, but this is just lazy. The annual release schedule forces developers to reuse content instead of innovating. Players are bored and see through the pattern. The magic is gone, replaced by predictable incremental updates. Franchise fatigue has set in, and sales have plummeted. The community is tired of paying for glorified map packs. Real innovation takes time, not yearly deadlines. Players want something new, not leftovers. The series needs a break to recharge and reinvent itself. Without change, the decline will only continue. While Call of Duty stumbled, Battlefield 6 soared. Battlefield delivered massive battles, destruction, and fun, everything Call of Duty lacked. Sales and player ratings skyrocketed, especially in Europe and Japan. Battlefield listened to its community and innovated, exposing Call of Duty's weaknesses. But it's not just Battlefield. New shooters like Arc Raiders are stealing players too. Gamers now have real choices, and they're leaving Call of Duty behind. The era of Call of Duty as the default shooter is over. Competition is fierce, and players want fresh experiences. Activision can't rely on brand loyalty anymore. The next Call of Duty must be truly special to win back fans. The pressure is on like never before. The franchise's future depends on real change. So, what's next for Call of Duty? This flop is a wake-up call, a chance to reset and listen to fans. Players want passion, creativity, and new ideas, not recycled content or AI slop. Break the annual release cycle. Give developers time to innovate. Tone down microtransactions and let players earn rewards through gameplay. Fix SBMM by adding a ranked mode and making public matches fun again. Respect players' time and money. The first big update for Black Ops 7 will be a crucial test. Fans want to love Call of Duty again, but the series must earn back their trust. The future depends on real change. Will Activision deliver?